Welcome to the ultimate guide to sandwiches. Few foods are as deeply tied to cultural identity as the humble sandwich. From perfectly pressed Italian paninis to messy American sloppy joes, everyone has a passionate opinion on what makes the ultimate portable meal. While it seems simple, just fillings between bread, the world of sandwiches spans hundreds of regional varieties, each with its own history and strict architecture. Today, we're breaking down 10 of the most iconic varieties that transformed the culinary landscape. 1. The club sandwich. We start with a hotel classic, the club sandwich. As the definitive American triple-decker, it's the benchmark against which all multi-tiered sandwiches are measured. This powerhouse features 3 layers of toasted white bread carefully stacked with sliced roasted turkey, crispy bacon, fresh lettuce, ripe tomatoes, and a generous swipe of mayo. The real magic lies in its structural engineering. It requires precise layering and traditional diagonal cuts to keep the whole masterpiece from collapsing before it hits your table. 2. The BLT. If the club is about architecture, the BLT is a masterclass in minimalism. Standing for bacon, lettuce, and tomato, this sandwich has remained virtually unchanged for over a century. There are no heavy sauces or complicated fillers to hide behind here. Its success relies entirely on the quality of its components. When warm, smoky, crispy bacon meets the crunch of fresh lettuce and the juicy acidity of a ripe summer tomato on toasted, mayo-spread bread, it proves that you don't need complex engineering to achieve culinary perfection. 3. Grilled cheese. The ultimate American comfort food. Grilled cheese is pure nostalgia on a plate, a childhood staple that transcends generations. On paper, it's just buttered bread and cheese. But when it hits a hot skillet, a beautiful transformation occurs. The bread toasts to a rich, golden crunch while the inside melts into a gooey, stretchy, molten center. It's simple, unpretentious, and arguably the first kitchen skill most Americans ever learned. 4. The Reuben. The Reuben is a hot sandwich that has sparked more passionate lunchtime debates than almost any other. Built on rye bread, it combines warm, savory corned beef, melted Swiss cheese, tangy sauerkraut, and a generous slather of Russian dressing. Griddled until the bread is perfectly crisp, every single bite delivers a complex, heavy-hitting contrast of salty, fatty, sweet, and sour flavors. 5. French dip. Despite its name, the French dip is a proud Southern California original, invented in Los Angeles in the early 1900s. It features thinly sliced roast beef piled high onto a crusty French roll, served with a side of dark, rich jus, the natural pan drippings from the beef. Dipping the sandwich saturates the bread with flavor, turning a simple roast beef sub into an intensely savory, melt-in-your-mouth experience. 6. The po' boy. Heading south to Louisiana, the po' boy is New Orleans street food culture captured in a single bite. Dating back to the late 1920s, this legendary submarine sandwich utilizes a unique local French bread with a crisp crust and an incredibly airy interior. It's traditionally loaded with crispy, cornmeal-crusted fried shrimp, oysters, or debris-style roast beef and gravy, then dressed with lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, and mayo. 7. Croque Monsieur. The Croque Monsieur is France's elegant, decadent answer to the grilled cheese. A staple of Parisian cafes, it features sliced ham and Gruyere cheese between slices of soft pain de miel. It's buttered and griddled golden, but here's the twist. It's then smothered in a rich, creamy bechamel sauce, topped with more cheese, and baked until bubbling and caramelized. It takes a simple concept and elevates it into something truly luxurious. 8. Panini. In Italy, panino simply means a bread roll, but globally, the panini has become synonymous with the ultimate warm, pressed sandwich. Packed with classic Italian ingredients like prosciutto, fresh mozzarella, roasted vegetables, and herbaceous pesto, it is placed into a heavy, rigid press. The machine compresses the sandwich, melting the cheese while searing beautiful, smoky grill marks onto the exterior. 9. Philly cheesesteak. Born on the flat tops of South Philadelphia in the 1930s, the cheesesteak is a legendary piece of Americana. It's a straightforward, high-energy masterpiece. Thinly shaved ribeye steak is chopped fast on a screaming hot griddle, then blanketed with melted cheese, traditionally provolone or cheese whiz. and scooped into a long, soft Italian hoagie roll. It's greasy, savory, and incredibly satisfying. 10. The Sloppy Joe. Finally, we have the Sloppy Joe, a nostalgic favorite designed to be eaten with joy rather than dignity. This unpretentious comfort food features loose ground beef simmered in a sweet, tangy, seasoned tomato sauce, served on a soft hamburger bun. It's a beautifully chaotic meal where the filling inevitably drips onto your plate, reminding us that sometimes the best comfort foods are the ones that don't take themselves too seriously.